Hey there.
Hi. Hi.
I'm Helen,
I'm Donna.
and this is Teacher Talk for Parents. And on today's episode,
What are we talking
gonna
about?
we're gonna date ourselves a little bit, Donna.
Oh, no.
Meaning how old we are, because
It's okay.
I'm gonna talk about back in the day when I was in grade school.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know how your grade school was, but I remember during recess playing outside and not having to have a teacher tell us, here are the rules, you're out, this person's next.
Yes.
As like my friends and I, we knew the rules. We played the games.
Mm-hmm.
There was kickball, tetherball, foursquare,
Foursquare.
dodgeball. And there were no adults. There were aides around, but there were no adults saying, you're out, you're next.
Right. Go back there, go there, move there, yeah.
So this episode is about getting kids outside playing games.
Recess
During school.
Yeah.
But, during the summer, outside with the family, with friends, playing good old, games.
Go play with your friends.
Outside.
Kind of thing. I definitely do remember playing outside with my friends in elementary school. We had, at Paul Road Elementary, shout out to Rochester, New York, we had a huge backyard in back of our school and would just have time to just run. There were so many things we could just do back there. And we also had a jungle gym, and there was foursquare, and there was a space where we could play basketball, but there was also just a lot of grass to play. So recess was very important. I remember getting recess, time outside to just play.
Yeah. So one thing that I noticed when I was teaching is that during recess, a lot of times with kids nowadays, now, we work in New York, or we live in New York City, so city kids might be a little different, but there was basketball, and there was a large yard to run around, but oftentimes they would do just that, run around screaming, or just run around, and no games were happening in terms of games with rules, games with a procedure. And so this episode is to talk about how playing games and knowing how to follow the rules and follow directions and all of that is important.
Why it's important and how it helps those young children, your young children, grow to be good citizens, quality individuals.
How to wait in line.
Yeah.
How to take your turn.
How to be a good sport.
Yeah.
How to support your teammate.
Yeah. Like when you're out, when you got that ball on the line during foursquare,
you're out.
You're out.
Go sit down.
Don't whine about it, complain, throw a fit.
You can be mad over there.
At the back of the line. Exactly.
Okay, that's important. Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about some outside games.
Okay, what was your favorite outside sport, Helen?
Okay, so I was never good. So here's another thing. I wasn't good in organized sports.
Okay.
That, of course, is excellent for kids as well.
Yeah.
I'm talking good old outside games.
Okay.
Like foursquare.
Yeah.
Tetherball.
Yes.
I was really good at tetherball because I'm tall.
Yes, you're tall. Okay.
That
makes
kickball.
sense.
Do you know, I like kickball so much that I even as an adult looked into joining a kickball league.
Kickball team. Go, Helen!
Because I miss kickball.
I'll be your cheerleader. Okay, I did enjoy a good kickball. I did not enjoy dodgeball, however. Please tell me you did not like dodgeball.
Dodgeball was fun.
Oh.
I mean, you have to follow the rules in dodgeball and not be mean.
Maybe they liked you. Maybe that's why they didn't like me. All right, off task. So, what are we talking about, Helen?
Rules. The rules of the game.
I didn't like dodgeball. You tapped into a sensitive
Oh my goodness.
Outside games. But yes, I enjoyed playing outside kickball. I enjoyed being in the grass. I enjoyed running. I was a runner, so I liked to sprint. I liked, relays with my friends. And, I enjoyed running a lot. That was my thing. Played football, too, with the boys.
Really?
I did.
What grade was that?
This was 4th, 5th grade.
Oh my goodness.
I loved it.
Okay, with flags? Like flag football?
It was flag football, and then, after a while I had to stop playing.
Right. So,
Yeah.
In schools,
Yeah.
a lot of schools, some schools don't even have that much recess time.
It seems
Donna.
over the years recess has been taken away, which is unfortunate. I know here in New York City, recess can be tricky. It does seem like the time that students are outside playing gets less and less and less.
Right.
I have a fun fact
Tell me.
from Time Magazine, 2007, I'm reading, that because of the increase in the focus of ELA and math education and, testing and all that, because of that increase of focus, the time of recess has declined. So
I could definitely believe
I can see that. So,
and,
yeah.
Sorry,
That's okay.
Not just recess,
Yes.
but a lot of kind of indoor, like music, art,
all
gym.
that stuff. Yes. And that's because,
stuff too.
and I'm sure you know as a teacher, but that's because in 2001, with the No Child Left Behind Act, that really kind of messed up the whole arts idea. Money was not placed into arts.
And it became all about the scores, testing scores,
Yep.
and all of that art, play, fun
was
time.
no longer a priority.
Right.
Yeah. So
Which is sad.
AAP, the American Academy of Pediatrics, found that 20% of school districts reduced recess time. Sad.
I definitely
It's just
believe it. But it is important.
It's very important. This is how children learn all kinds of things. My personal view, and I think a lot of people, that students need recess and play and arts to be better individuals. We can't just be about books. And recess time at play helps them with their education. I don't know why it was decided. No, I know why. That No Child Left Behind Act messed us all up.
Wow.
So we have some ideas. How can we help students? How can we help children with their recess time? How can we infuse recess into their daily lives?
Well, during the summer, when they're home with their cousins, out with their friends, out with their family and friends, encouraging them as parents to get away from, staring at the iPad or playing the video games.
Yes.
And, that has its place too in, skills as well. But it is important to get out and play organized games with rules.
Yes.
And it's social.
Yeah. I mean, they're learning how to interact with each other, with their friends, with people. Group play is very important. They're learning how to take turns. We've mentioned this. They're learning how to be around others. I think playtime, free time, recess, game time allows for students to learn that.
So what do you need at home? You need, you can get chalk and write that square for Foursquare. Start up your own Foursquare game right on the sidewalk or in the backyard or in the driveway.
Yes.
Get your chalk out. Do that square.
Yes.
Put the four squares in the middle.
The numbers.
Take
1,
the
2, 3,
ball
4.
out and start a game up with your child.
You can do it.
Yes, you can play along. You can teach them how to do it so that they can play during the day if you're off to work. It's that simple.
It's that simple.
Get the chalk out and buy a ball. I think they're both at the 99
Buy
cent
a ball.
store.
I think they are. There's other games too that you can play.
Yes. Hopscotch for the younger kids, for kindergarten, for first grade.
Yes.
Hopscotch is
relay races. You don't need anything for relay races. You can simply run.
Yes.
Just run.
Do you know I saw online a really good kind of like older kid hopscotch game, and in each hopscotch box or square there was a multiplication problem in it.
Oh, I think I did see that.
Literally they would, how in hopscotch you have to throw the rock or whatever into each one. So I guess how you would play is that you throw the rock, you have to like guess the multiplication problem, and then you do your hops.
That's great.
And yeah, things like that. Oh my goodness. You know what I'm also thinking of? Like, I'm starting to get memories of when I was
your
a
childhood?
kid. Yeah. Even simple things
Yeah.
like playing jacks outside.
Oh yeah,
Is
I
that
don't see
still
that
around?
anymore. I don't see that anymore.
Oh my goodness.
How can you choose
Jacks.
that? I don't see jacks anymore.
Do you know that? Let's just talk about jacks and how just that is just like hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
You know, picking a ball up, having to grab
Yes.
each of those jacks. Like, those are rules.
Yes.
You start with one jack.
Yes.
Then you go to 2, 3. You grab that.
I don't see that anymore.
I know. Let's bring back jacks.
Bring back jacks. I don't see that.
I know. Well, I think I have to look for it. It's got to be somewhere.
It's got to be somewhere.
But the point is that these different games have skills that are extremely important for the development of any child.
That's right.
In so many ways.
That's right.
Let's talk about the benefits. Well, there's the hand-eye coordination.
Yeah.
There's puzzles.
Yes.
Well, we're getting indoors, and that's that's actually going to be a whole other episode.
That's part 2 of our games episode.
Yeah, let's stay outside.
Yeah, just learning how to interact with others, being responsible for your actions, these things that create great human beings, being responsible, problem solving.
Figuring out how to win, or how to strategies for how to take over the game.
Yes.
These are all important things in life. Even like when you're out, going and waiting in line, waiting your turn. You know how much time in life do you think we wait in line? A lot
of time.
And
you have to be patient.
Yeah, and imagine, little kids now not doing that. Like, I think that when, as adults, we don't like waiting in line.
Right.
But we still did that when we were kids in these games.
Learned.
And then imagine these kids that aren't learning how much more impatient they're going to be when they're older and have to wait. Why?
Yes. So, yes, these are all reasons why play outside is helpful to children.
So, parents, this is what I want you to do. Think about the games that you used to play when you were young, and teach your kids. Go to the backyard. Go to the playground with the chalk and draw your hopscotch if it's not there. Get your Foursquare on.
Yeah.
Or kickball. Kickball, you need a bigger area, but hey,
it's fine. Running, relays.
Right. So when you go to the park, it's not just about the swings, the slides, the jungle gym. Yes, that's fun, but let's get some organized games involved and teach your kids the games that you remember from when you were a kid.
I agree. So that's your task.
That's your task. And your takeaway for this week is go out there and teach your child a game.
I love it. And let us know how that works. We're curious and nosy. We want to know how that all worked. When you taught your child a game that you used to play when you were a child, how did they interact with you? Were they not so sure about this game? Did they add things or try to change the rules, which sometimes kids try to do? How were they when you tried to teach them the game that you used to play when you were younger?
Let us know. Go to our Facebook page and give us some comments and tell us all about how it went. Thank you.
Thank you.
And in the next episode, we'll be talking about indoor games.
And I'm going to bring you some games that I still have that I'm not letting go, Helen. I'm not selling them. I'm not letting them go. I'm going to bring you some of my games.
Yay. Props. Okay, guys. Bye.